London Borough of Havering is the most eastern part of London, and here I'm going today. It took me an hour of driving and I am finally in the London Borough of Havering. And in this video I'm gonna tell you everything about this borough. In this series I'll cover all 32 boroughs of London. That's where the borough starts, and it doesn't look any pretty right now, but apparently Havering is the greenest borough in London. Over half of it is covered by protected green lands. We are arriving to Romford Market now. Romford is traditionally a market town, but now it's a part of the London Borough of Havering. Let's go check out what they sell on the market. I imagine Romford Market to be bigger and busier, to be honest. Well, it's quite spacious, not many people are around, maybe because it's Sunday, but it sells of different varieties of clothing, accessories like watches and some jewelry in a way. It's not busy maybe because it's Sunday, or maybe it's because too early or too late. It's about 1 p.m. There are almost 3,000 people are living here, but even so this borough is one of the least densely populated. Romford is the principal town, the center of this borough. Quite a pleasing, spacious square where Romford Market is located. Outer boroughs of London are quite suburban, lots of terraced houses, and I mean it's a good place to live with the family, especially when you don't have to commute to central London for work. London Borough of Havering has one of the most affordable housing for rent. Very interesting that Romford has one of the highest concentrations of nightclubs and other night venues. It's the second in London in density of these night entertainment venues. There are two main phases of developing Havering. The first phase when upper middle class move here because it started to get connected by district light to central London. And the second phase of development is when the Ford plant, the factory was built up here and working class moved here. First phase development represents in this housing and Edwardian when everybody has kind of a big estate for himself, and the second phase, the working class, was when the slum clearings was accommodated in newly built by that time social housing. We are on the hill because from here I can see the skyline of London. I can't recognize what is there. I just had to film the waste of the metal. This is the most stupid bike racks I ever seen in London. They are double deckers, so I don't know guys how that works, but apparently you can put the bike on top of each other, or maybe to lock them, something like this. I've been cycling here already for about maybe 15 minutes, lots of suburban parts, but there is not even shop, not even a single shop. Definitely having a car, having a car would help here. Otherwise you're gonna take public transport. And I'm now at Collier Row, one of the social housing, two-story housing, which was probably built about 100 of years ago, which now looks pretty much, you know, affluent in a way. And poverty line here in Havering, one of the lowest in London. Unemployment rate is one of the lowest in London, and Havering is in the top 3, the least ethnically diverse borough of London. Now I'm in Rice Park, one of many green spaces in Havering. Havering is one of the greenest borough of London, where about 50% of its territory is open green spaces. Dry summer, London, many parks in London turned yellow. Now I can see calisthenic bars and I can't miss the chance and do some pull-ups. Nice outdoor gym, short exercise, but I enjoyed it. Lots of trees, and it's very pleasing to be under the shades of the trees in such a hot summer day. Park with the river, fountains, and some really cool houses, just the riverfront houses. Totally recommendation while you're visiting Havering. There is a fountains, canal, river, front houses, and nice walks and playgrounds. This unusual wigwam-like building is the Catholic church. I arrived to another part of Havering where there is a social housing, usual large estates into comparison to the old social housing which was like before. It's quite a mixed area. For example, with this quite atmospheric housing converted nearby, and there are a few newly developed areas. Now I want to see what other parts of Havering are interested in terms of the visitor, like is there is any interesting sites. I'm now in the Hornchurch, the other area of Havering. I can't really say visually it's much different from Romford, but here is a theatre and some other pretty buildings, so lots of green spaces as everywhere. Next to the Queen's Theatre, Langton Gardens, beautiful green area with the nice architecture. It's behind the wall, and here is the river. A perfect place for picnic or just to chill. It's so pleasing to be under the shade. It's about 30 degrees today. There are so many interesting buildings. Havering doesn't feel like London. The architecture, the 1 or 2 story buildings, it's got a different vibe. I'm in the Upminster, this part of Havering, and there is a windmill which I really want to see. I wasn't able to find any distinct differences between Hornchurch or Upminster. It all look more or less the same. If by some reason you are in Upminster and you don't really know what to do, check out this thingy. And here by the windmill I'm finishing this video about Havering. I'm gonna explore other London boroughs. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you like, then hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.